I love playing games, especially games with a massive open world and an extensive storyline taking you all around that world. Which is why I fell in love with
Arcade Odyssey!
I thought I could create an Arcane Odyssey like game in Minecraft, so this is where we are now. This is the second episode of me creating an epic world, so without further ado, let's begin. In this world, there are 6 Kingdom Islands, but now we're gonna take a little break and create this amazing East Asian inspired island called Rose Island. I plan even more amazing structures than on Naboo, so let's begin. I looked it up on the Minecraft wiki and there are no villages in the Cherry Grove biome, but there are pillager outposts, which is why I built this. This is the farming outpost for the Almaroc Kingdom, and they basically annexed Rose Island, and it's like a territory rather than a province, like Naboo or Girasol Island. Girasol Island is the prison island, by the way. Anyways, this is called Fort Horus, and I used a lot more survival stuff, and instead of white wool like Fort Raw, I used pink wool because, well, it's the cherry biome. What else do you expect me to use? Like I mentioned in Naboo, I plan a lot of epic structures, since this is not only limited to Minecraft structures, and for Rose Island, it's going to be an epic Japanese-style village. I followed some tutorials made by this Australian YouTuber, and the first building is this Japanese-styled house, and I am so happy on how it turned out. Seriously, it looks so cool, doesn't it? Next up, we have Ribare's restaurant/general store. Now, since they're sworn of the Almaroc Kingdom, they would probably need some supplies to help aid them, so that's where the general store comes in. It's definitely a lot smaller, but it's still equally cool, isn't it? You might have noticed the ice spikes in the background. Well, it's actually the Treacherous Sea. The Treacherous Sea is like the Dark Sea in Arcane Odyssey, and it has sea monsters, whirlpools, and terrible weather, but it has a lot of really cool rewards, so it kinda makes up for it. Anyways, this next building is the place of worship. Even though I'm a Catholic, I plan to draw inspiration from different cultures and religions across the world, and for Rose Island, it's actually a Buddhist shrine. Trixie Blocks created a whole monastery, but I don't think I can build that much. And anyways, even though it is kind of small, it is kind of cool as well. The penultimate on-camera building is the Pagoda, which was once the castle for the Emperor of the Cherry Senshi tribe. And it is probably one of my favorite buildings that I've ever built because it's really, really cool. Even though it took me like 45 minutes to build it, it is still cool. And this has got to be my favorite village that I've ever built. Seriously. The final building is the village gates. If you remember in Naboo, I said that the fortifications were popularized by the Cherry Senshi tribe of Rose Island. And yes, they were popularized, but they weren't used widely in the Aetherian Sea, only in Naboo and Rose Island. Anyways, this also uses Japanese aspects, but it's a lot shorter than the Naboo city walls because they don't really need that much protection, but they do need some protection from the Depths entrance. The Depths is basically the Cherry Senshi version of Hell, and they believe it's a terrifying place. Now let's move into those depths to build the boss arena. This is going to be the first of 6 bosses, and this boss is the General of the Shishdwal Confederacy, Zion the Baron. And fighting him would be a little tricky, kind of like fighting Lord Elias. And the boss arena, I actually made it look a bit like the Nether, but trust me, it's the overworld. And now with it complete, and Rose Island is done. Even though it's like my favorite island, I'm still glad it's done, because it took like a long time. Thank y'all so much for watching this, and I'll see you next time where we build the Shishdwal Confederacy's capital island, Sankey Jungle, which is basically an epic Indian-inspired island. See you then!